Hey guys, welcome back to You Already Know the 415 Podcast with your girls, Miss B.
And Kita.
Hey girl,
Hey,
what you doing?
never listened to this podcast.
What podcast?
The 415 Podcast.
Yeah! With Miss B.
And Kita.
I got you.
So
That's
somebody
what she
said, yours
Y'all know
was made fresh.
y'all know when I got mine. She said she was making it for her coworker.
Period.
Here it is. The crew is back in the game. What? In the game. I don't know.
I thought you was going with summertime here.
I know it is summertime, and I did a little reel today on Instagram. That Jay was so lit. It got some views on that bad boy. You feel me? But I was trying to act like I was a rapper, and it didn't quite work. So for the people who are watching us on YouTube, hey y'all can see us. You already see we got new hair.
So stupid.
It's almost like we be on the same wave.
New hair don't care.
We both gotta have some protective style at the same time. That's just how it go with the 415. We kind of just bounce off.
And one of mine just slipped out, man. But I knew it was gonna slip out in the bag.
Yeah.
Already know, boo. I already know.
So yeah, Kita got hers professionally done. I did mine myself. I did some crochets. Okay. It looked good on the outside, I'll tell you that. We got some cute light burnt orangey light color because that, my undertone is like a burnt orange. So that color always works for me. Yeah, what colors you got? I think you had a mixture.
I got a custom color, 6, 13, 30, and 27.
So custom meaning they mix all three in one?
They blend them together.
She thinks she's doing something.
I mean, honey, listen, I couldn't do my hair. I haven't had hair in like a year. That means I have gotten lazy with doing my hair. And sis, I really tried like the weekend before last. I really tried, and I said, fuck this shit, because I ain't doing it, because my arms were hurting, my head was hurting. I was like, I can't do this no more. I'm done. Like, as my hair started to grow out, maybe I could start getting acclimated to doing my hair again. But no, like I was getting my hair braided. She was like, "Why your hair short right there?" I said, "Oh, girl, that's probably because when I took them scissors and I cut the rubber band on my head, laying in the bed, and I just didn't care."
Girl, yo, she told me she did her whole head. It said, "F it."
No, I did half the head. I did the entire head with the rubber bands.
And that's what I meant.
And then I was going back in with the crochets. I did half the crochets, and at that Friday night, that Saturday morning, I said, "Freak it! I'm not doing this. I'm taking it out." I was getting frustrated, and I just said, "No, done." And I just slicked my hair back with some gel for the evening, and I was still cute.
So I said, "You know what? I got your number. I'm gonna call you. You gonna do it for me."
Yep. I went straight over there like, so can y'all do my hair next weekend?
Yo. Hey, she did it though. We here. We got a little protective style. I don't know how long it's gonna last because I got this hair and the hair is real. I'm gonna call it matted. I mean, every time I try to put in a little ponytail, it's doing its own thing. It's like everything's connected, everything's tangled, and I'm just like, listen.
See, that hair, you can unravel those twists, and it could be another style later.
No, I know that.
You know me. I like the big hair. Like I like the big crazy hair, whatever. So, shoot.
But it's like it's dry. I don't know. It's not human hair, so I'm like, you can't really put nothing in it.
Put some mousse in it.
I guess I can do that. Yeah, she the hair person on this thing. Okay, she the one that be experimenting. Me, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. So yeah, that's that. So the reason I got the crochets is because sis went out the country. Okay. This was the kickoff to her summer. You know, she only had 2 trips this year, birthday trip and then this trip. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we went to Jamaica, y'all. We was out in Ocho Rios.
Not we, she.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was in Ocho Rios for a wedding. Second wedding of this year. Child COVID done messed up all the daggone plans from last year. Everything got pushed over to this year, 2021. So when I tell y'all, if you haven't traveled all year and you're trying to travel internationally, like y'all better do your research, okay? Because a lot of countries are requiring a lot more documents and, you know, legwork on your end. So you need to do your research, okay? That's just what it is. If you're going to think you're going to just go straight to the airport, you're going to get on the plane and you're going to be out, sis, bro.
Because that would have been me.
You're going to be saying, you're going to be crying because you're not getting your money back because all of y'all probably done booked the flight that's not refundable, okay? So you would be so mad. And right. So this is episode 158 titled Travel Clearance. Do you have the clearance to travel? In this day and age, we're talking about COVID travel. Do you have clearance to travel? Are you negative? Is your test negative? That kind of thing. So you need to have your COVID test. You need to have proof that you took it. You have to do it 3 days before. You got to do it 3 days before you're coming back. So if you're doing a Thursday to a Sunday trip, which is what I did, you have to literally do your COVID test that Monday before that Thursday flight. And then you got to do 3 days before, or you get a rapid test. Now the rapid test you can do the day before, 2 days before, or the 3-day. But I've always gotten the PCR test, but the antigen, which is the rapid test, is also what's the word? Allowed. From where I came from.
So basically, as soon as you get there, the day after you, depending on how long you're staying, the day after you need to go get a COVID test.
Yeah. So the other part is, go ahead.
But what if you, within those days and you got the COVID test, you get a negative test, but then you end up positive? I'm confused.
You stuck because you can't get back.
No. Okay, what I'm saying is, okay, like my trip, right? Yeah. I leave Thursday, I come back Monday.
Yeah.
So I leave Thursday, come back Monday. Friday, I need to go take a test. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, your first test will be that Monday if you're leaving Thursday. So you gotta schedule it.
No. I'm talking about
Monday.
Jamaica.
Right.
I ain't talking about.
You get to Jamaica and they will tell you, who told me? Well, I think I asked because I'm that person. Like, I don't be waiting around till last minute. I need to know everything up front. When you check into the hotel, like when you get there, you got to go straight to the reception or whatever to get your keys and all that. That's when you ask those questions. Like, and you need to know, is your hotel covering the COVID test? Because not all hotels is paying for it or covering it. Like in my case, it was covered unless.
Oh yeah, they covering it because they said, oh, you will stay here free of charge until you get a negative test. Okay, yeah.
So the crazy part is like if the U.S. required you only to be able to get a PCR test, you would have to do that test as soon as you get to Jamaica that same day, pretty much, because it has to be 3 days beforehand. Because the results for a PCR takes 2 days to get back. Whereas the antigen, which is the rapid, can take hours. I got mine back. I had a 10 o'clock test. And as soon as I got back to my room, which was like 10:15, I already had my results.
So when did you do that test?
Fast. That's what I'm saying. I did it at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. It was Saturday.
And you was leaving on Sunday. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So I could have did it on Friday. It was up to me. I just chose Saturday. Yeah. So I had a choice because they said it was a rapid one. Now, there was a fine print.
I would go do it Friday. That way, ain't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to see which one they're giving you. So you got to make sure you read the fine print of what test they are administering. Come on, administering. You need to know which one it is. And then you got to do your due diligence and make sure that it matches here, the US, when you're coming back. Because when you trying to get back on that flight to come back here, you ain't gonna be able to get up on that flight if you don't have the necessary test that's supposed to be, required. So
are they making you do a test even though you have an injection?
Say that again. Oh, the
Are
vaccine.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the point of having? Anyway, keep going.
Because people can still get the daggone COVID with the vaccine.
Exactly.
And I think it's the same, child, because that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. Case Sarah, tomato, on, whatever, potato. Okay.
So yeah, so you want to do your due diligence. If you are traveling out of the country, I did hear from a few friends. Some people went to Aruba and it was a mother freaker to get into that country. Like you had to do a lot of work. And there's people who are not surfing the web, understanding like what is necessary, especially during this time, this COVID time. So you really, if you're going to, I don't know, Europe, well, I don't think you can go to Europe right now because I feel like they are on lockdown some places over there. But I'm just saying, like, just do your due diligence, do your research, and understand what's required. Because even the airlines are passing out like they call it a attestation docs that you have to fill out. So yeah, you need to make sure. I had walked up with a stack of papers. Okay. I had so many papers on me and I thought I was the only one printing everything out. Everybody had all these papers pulled out of their daggone purses, backpacks. It was a madhouse. And I'm gonna tell you this. Remember when it was cool when you can just get to the airport 20, 30 minutes before your flight? Sis, bro, don't do it to yourself in COVID time. Okay. If you're traveling out of the country, you better be at that airport 3 hours, 3.5 hours before, because it took, when I tell you it took me, because my flight was at 8:41, I got to the airport, it was like 5 something. And I got through like the gate, the TSA, all of that, having to check the bag was crazy because JetBlue, if you have like the basic economy ticket, you can't bring on a carry-on. You can only bring on like a small duffel backpack or whatever. And then you got to check. So I had to check a bag and that took forever because the lines were long there. Mind you, again, it's 5 something in the morning and all of these people are there. So get there early. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you really care about being stress-free, listen to these here instructions, okay? You'll thank me now and later.
And I got a nerve to be leaving at 9 o'clock in the morning, child.
Child, get there after, what did I say?
You know, I don't do early.
Which means you need to leave 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna Uber to the train station. Leave my car home, move to the train station. Because sis ain't about that life.
Yep. Do what you got to do because it's a lot. So, travel clearance. That's the COVID part of it, right? So let's move on to the part where, you got to see what the company's requiring. So, like I said, I went to Jamaica. Okay. If you go into Jamaica, you got to go to visitjamaica.com, right? And on that website, they have, when I tell you, you better read, it's no skimming, read everything. Otherwise, you'll miss stuff. And then again, you'll be pissed because you're not allowed to get into the country. And make sure you fill out that application because it's an application and it's submitted electronically and they have to send you back. You have been approved and they send you a certificate, which you got to print out and bring with you to the airport.
I print it out?
Yes. Yes.
Don't everybody ain't got printers?
You better get you one.
You can't use your phone?
Child. You get that paper
what happened to the digital age?
Listen, print out the paper. You better get to some place that got the library.
Don't nobody work in the office no more.
Child, the libraries is back open. Go over there early. Get over there. Go to Staples. Go, them stores is open. They can print it out for you. So yes. So visitjamaica.com tells you everything that there is that you need to know as far as like traveling, because they put you in, they call it oh goodness, let me tell you. It's
4-door.
RC. No. I can't remember what the R stands for, but I'm going to tell you in just a second. It is, once you fill it out, I was surprised because I got mine right after I submitted the electronic. I got it right back saying you have been approved. To view your travel authorization certificate, click here, right? So they put you in, and then also it says your travel date is whatever date it is. Be reminded that you are also required to present a COVID-19 negative PCR or antigen test, get it together, result when checking in for your flight, right? And then when you're trying to fill out the travel.
You can do a rapid test.
That's what I'm saying. It depends where you're going. That's why I say I can't just say for everybody. You got to make sure you find that information out.
Yes. So for Jamaica, is either PCR or the rapid?
Yeah, but just go PCR because like if you go to CVS, they just gonna give you that one. It's the molecular. Just do that one. Do it. So then it says, you know, when you're getting ready to fill out the travel authorization for Jamaica, like you can't fill that out whenever you want. You can only do it 7 days before your trip. So that's another one. You got 3 days before the trip for COVID. Then you got 7 days before your trip for the travel authorization. So within that 7-day window, that's when you can fill out that form. So you can do it on the first day. You can do it on the 5th. You can do it on the 7th. But I'm telling you to do it at the top. Don't wait till the end of that thing, mess around and I'll get approved. Then you got issues that can't fly because you ain't getting your money back. Okay? Miss B told you. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
But guess what I did? I put that good old travel insurance on mine to get all my money back.
Child, good luck with that because they don't really be covering nothing. That's why I don't get it.
Listen,
I don't get it. I messed up and paid for that, and they don't cover jack. They don't. They just more. It's like another layer of, oh yeah, we just gonna get more money out of somebody, child. Because you gotta go. It's a claim. It's kind of like phone insurance. It's like that. They don't cover nothing. You gotta gonna pay a deductible before they actually pay out anything, and half the time they ain't gonna pay you or get you anything. So. Yeah, I learned that from a couple of friends. Friends who travel a lot. Like, girl, don't get that. It's a waste of money. Don't, please. Because if you have credit cards, they got you. So that's that. So what I was looking for is, here it is right here. RC, the resilient corridor. So what that's saying is, I think you're only allowed to stay on the resort. Because the way it is, like coming from the US, going to Jamaica, they declare us high risk, period. High risk. Because we got crazy COVID test, cases or whatever. So with that, they're not trying to have you all throughout the country, like spreading whatever it is that you got, even though you came back with test negative, whatever. So they send you like this, part of the approval is a Ministry of Health and Wellness. And that's when they fill out, they tell you all that information. And like, you got to give them the exact address to your hotel, where you staying, all of that stuff. And then, yeah, they push that back to you. So do your due diligence. Do it. Don't wait last minute trying to figure out what you need. If you know you're going on a trip in a month, line all that stuff up early so you can be pain-free, stress-free when it's time to go. Okay, you should be not stressed out at the airport because there's a whole lot of people at the airport looking real crazy because they ain't do nothing. So don't be that person. Can't get on a flight because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Because the airport ain't gonna help you. And airlines, child, they had one person trying to get 600 people together for 2 flights. One person, which is why we didn't board on time, because it's one person going through everybody's documents. It's like 6 documents, tests and all that stuff. So it was the longest. That's why I say be there 3.5 hours beforehand. So you're not mad. I'm just saying. So that's that.
I feel like they should have had the customers upload the information or somewhere, TSA or something. That way they could already have the information to make sure the process go a little smoother. That's what I think.
Call the airline.
Huh?
Call the airline and see what they say.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you're flying with a particular airline and you're going out of the country, they should, just like they do on the app, you want to check in. Your flight leaving tomorrow at a certain time, you want to check in. They should have people updating the information or something, or scanning information in on their phone. Like, it's the digital age. Why are we still looking at paperwork?
First of all, because you don't want to do no dang paperwork.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
I get what you're saying.
But I'm just saying it makes more sense to make so the time it cuts out a lot of time.
But technology fails too, so glitches. this is frozen. I couldn't print, whatever. So you the only time I think like you can only upload something is your passport. Put in your passport ID number, when it expires, where your country of visa is, that kind of stuff. That's the only thing, that you can probably upload because you need that. So why y'all riding this dirt bike up and down the street? Like, go somewhere. Girl.
I can't wait till I get
Child. So that's the COVID part of it. That's one thing. For people who've never traveled international, okay? It's a process, okay? You never had stamps done. You don't know where to go. You don't know what this line is, what that line is, why you got to stand on this line. Because, like, remember, if you're going international, you got to go through that country's customs. And then when you're coming back, you got to go through your country's customs, border, all that stuff, CBP, Custom and Border.
You stressing me out. And I ain't even nowhere yet.
Yeah, like, nobody told me, because why? I'm somebody that researches everything. Like, I don't like to be surprised. I want to be ahead of the curve. I want to be ahead of the game when I get to where I'm going. I don't want to have to ask people, because, like, I'm from New York. So most people ain't trying to help you. People gonna look at you like, why you in my face? In my face. Day. Asking me the question like, where you stay? I ain't from College Park though. But just saying. No, so you can go. Don't depend on other people, because you don't know what kind of information them people got. Mess around, have you running in circles, and you done did too much, and now you done missed this.
Going in circles.
Do. Yeah.
Going round.
Know for yourself, okay? Know before you go. You heard it here on 415. No. What I said, Keita? Before you go. No, before you go. Okay. So, international, need your passport. And for certain countries, you have to have a certain amount of time left on your passport in order for you to leave the country. I think Jamaica is 6 months. I feel like you have to have at least 6 months to travel. There's some countries that let you go over 3 months before your expiration date. So you need to find that out. Do you need to go renew your passport, or are you good to go? Don't be waiting, because there's a expedited passport, but remember, this is COVID time, it's pandemic, so the offices is extra booked and they're not really open. I think they're doing it by appointments. So you need to know what you got.
Done it by appointments.
No, not that I know of.
Yeah, that's how I did mine. I had an appointment.
Well, I'm talking about the renew.
Oh, renewal.
Renewal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, you got to do that. But renewal, no. So know before you go. All of that. Get your passport in check. Okay. Oh, you ain't got no passport, baby. How you gonna buy the flight? Ain't got no passport. Get your passport.
This ain't like you buying a flight and you ain't got the time at work and you just like, I'm just go.
You gonna be real shook. You gonna be
mad as hell. Your ass can't go because you ain't got no passport.
So a passport is your proof that you from this country and that you can get back here. Okay.
Can you take your birth certificate? You can't take your birth certificate. That's only where they only work on a cruise, right?
If you going from one port, if you're going from one port and coming back to the same port, then you can use that, on the ship. But anything happened to you, whereas you can't get back to that same port to get you to the port, you stuck where you at. So passport is necessary, to be honest. Passport is king. That's an identifier right there. Like, you literally from here. Okay, cool, got it. Yeah. So next up, now you in the country. Okay, you done landed, you all hype. 10 minutes into the flight, let me say before you land, 10 minutes into landing, or really, I think it's 30 minutes into your landing at your destination, your international destination, they're going to pass out these long cards, right? It's your name, your birthday, your address, where you going, why you going, are you bringing this, are you bringing food, are you bringing this, do you have $10,000 over $10,000 with you, that kind of stuff. So you got to fill all that information out because that's what that country that you're visiting requires. They need to know that. So when you get there, you bring said paper, right, with you, and you follow where it says, and you got to be approved to enter their country. So they're going to ask you, even though you have it on the card, they're going to ask you again to see if you're going to trip up, if you're lying, all that stuff. It's nerve-wracking because those people, they have weapons. It's official. There's like lines and lines and lines and lines and lines and lines. Like it's, yeah. When you get off the flight, it's lines. That's one line. Then you get through that, then sometimes you have to get your bag checked, whatever. Then if you checked your bag, then you got to go to that line to get your bag, right? Okay. So again, know before you go what the process is to get in and out of the countries. Okay. So now, because it's COVID time, now you at your your destination, you real hype. Yeah, it's time to get my keys to my room. Ooh, okay, I'm here now. Let me ask about the COVID stuff. Ask the questions there. Where do I go? What do I need? How soon do I need to get it? How fast do I get my results back? That's what you need to ask, straight up. So get all that information out in the beginning. Sis, bro, you're going to have fun now. It's time to go. Put that, because the way they did it for the appointment, they had a Calendly, I hate that word, but it literally put the calendar, invite or appointment on my thing. So you can't miss it unless you got your phone turned off, but whatever. So if you don't have that, put it in your own phone, set an alarm, be there early, don't be late. Get your test so you can be stress-free for the rest of your trip, okay? Fast forward, now it's time to come back home. Okay, you got your test, it was negative, you were good to go. Now you are on your way to the airport. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, you try, because, normal times you can check in the night before your flight, right? Well, in my case, when I was coming back from Jamaica, I tried to check in for my flight the night before, and I got an error. The error says, hold on, bear with me while I find it. Okay, so the error says, error. You can print your boarding passes at the airport with an agent or at a kiosk. Okay, that's when you're trying to check in and it doesn't let you. You just get this pop-up box. So I get to said airport, to said agent, to said kiosk, and I still can't print my boarding pass. So now I gotta get in the long line to now speak with agent. Now Jamaica, let me tell you something. When they tell you that Jamaica is real chill and real lax, this is why you got to get to the airport early, because it's not express. Okay, not express. Get there 3 hours before your flight got to go. Okay, because the lines is hella long. Just telling y'all in advance. So now I'm at the agent. I have to wait it for like an hour, some change. She prints out my boarding pass, and I didn't catch it. I just saw a bunch of red on my boarding pass. Didn't know what it meant. I was just happy that finally I can go through TSA and sit down somewhere. So on my boarding pass, they put 4-letter S's, S. Okay, and they highlight it again, S. What does that stand for? It stands for secondary security.
Search.
Basically, it stands for secondary security screening selection. That's a mouthful, okay? And what that means is you have been randomly selected to be extra searched at the gate, okay? They don't tell you why. This never happened to me. I ain't never had God searched. Wow, that's some English. Ain't never searched me before extra, okay? But this time, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared because it didn't hit me what the SSS meant. I just thought I was like, I don't know. It was cute. It was in red. And maybe I felt like I was special. I don't know. So I get all the way through TSA. Lines is long, obviously, whatever. Finally get through there. When it's time to board the plane, and I go scan said SSS boarding pass, So ma'am, you have been randomly selected to be randomly searched. Can you step to the side? Can you stand over there? And somebody will be with you. While everybody else behind you is moving right along, moving right along, moving right along. Everybody on board, and now you're the last one. And I'm all the way in the back of the plane. You're the last one almost getting on the plane. So they put you to the side. There's a few other people that get selected. You're not the only one. And they tell you, they give you like this, what do you call it? They just let you know, like, this is what's going to happen. Do you approve me putting my hands on your property? That kind of stuff. They just want to make sure that they get the verbal yes, I agree, I approve, whatever, so that they can just look through your stuff. So if you ain't never, in my case, they had to search my hair. I forgot that part. And I'm going to say where I came from. And from the US, they searched my hair. They didn't put their hands in my hair in Jamaica when I was coming back. They didn't do that. But in my home country, they searched my hair, child.
Of course.
So, because now I got protective style. Anyway.
No, but they people have hidden drugs in protective styles.
Sad. It's sad. So, now you're being searched. They're just looking through everything. So she opened up my little, all my small bags, zippers, everything. Then she, did the regular beep, beep, beep thing. Well, not with the beep, beep, but with her hands, she had like and I saw her put on brand new gloves. Girl, when they searched my hair, the girl went to touch my hair and I was like, hey, I literally whipped my head to the left. Like, hey, you got new gloves on? She's like, yeah, I just put them on. I was like, oh, I got to make sure because you touching everybody. Like, I was already not a fan before COVID. Like, y'all sharing the same gloves. I don't appreciate you touching that person and you touching me. Like, I don't know what they got. Like, get some new gloves. So she had fresh gloves. Anyway, so I got searched. Everything was okay, which I knew, whatever. And I got on the plane. So there's reasons why you get randomly searched. One is you can just be randomly selected. That's one. Two, you have some crazy travel patterns, meaning you buy one-way tickets here, one-way tickets there. You buy some random international trip and then a one-way back, like weirdness like that. Your name comes up on a watch list because your name is so common. And then I forget what the fourth one is. Fourth one, I don't know. But those are the top three that I can remember off the top. So, oh yeah. And then it says something like the specific itinerary you're on is unusual. Flights booked last minute, that kind of thing. So yeah. So that's that. That's how you get an SSSS. Secondary security screening selection. Did y'all get that? Everybody was in class listening? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to board? Y'all ready to go international? Keita, you ready?
Nope, stress me out.
Look, you getting a whole lesson.
I don't like to be stressed out while taking a vacation.
Listen, kinda, you getting all the information for free because your BFF is just thebond.com.
Child, listen.
You got a whole 1, 2, 3, 4 months before you know what I'm saying? So for all of y'all who ain't never and now wanting to go international, it's a hassle, but it's totally worth it because if you're going to the Caribbean, that Caribbean Sea, honey, I do that process 5 times and still be ready to go. Okay. Listen. It's just something that a picture doesn't do it justice. Like seeing it with your own eyes.
I can smell the tropical breeze.
Yo, the coconut.
Right now.
Listen, for those who like coconut water, because I don't, but just seeing them climb the tree. I don't know if you saw my story, but I posted the guy climbing up the tree. Yeah, man. It was so funny. Like they just knocking them out the tree and the way they slice it with the machete. I ain't never seen a machete in my face. Bam, 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 fast motion. Boom. So yeah. It was cool. It's worth it. So, make sure you have all this information together. Okay. So you had fun on your trip. You took your beach pics and now it's time to go back home. All right. So you got to do all of that again, but in reverse. So like I said, you board the plane. I mean, you get to the airport, you go to this. If you try to book or check in and you get an error, you already know what that means. What's the letters, Keita? Search, and search. Okay, there you go. So now you got to go see an agent. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna be like this. And they give it. God damn, I done been searched. I got selected. They gonna be like, how you know?
you know.
me.
So look, you just start putting your bag together, you know, making it just easy. Cause my bag was all over the place. Like, cause I was just like trying to throw whatever I needed in that bag. Boom. So you get there, they give you this with the big old red marks, fine. Then you already know when you get to the gate, this was gonna happen. Okay.
You did a carry-on, you say?
Well, because I had basic economy on JetBlue, you can't have the suitcase with the wheels. You can't have that. You can only do like a small one item. They don't let you bring a purse and that. It's one. Because it got to go under the seat because you can't use the overhead.
I think for this trip, I'm checking bags. I don't want.
Oh, but I
nothing.
checked. I had to pay $60. 30. Well, if a lot of people don't know this, if you don't add your bags when you book your ticket, it costs more when you got to do it at the airport. Did not know that. So you can always manage, you know, your booking before your flight. So I was able to add my baggage fees in there because online it was 30, at the airport it's 35. So that means an extra $10 for the round trip, right? So I was like, yeah, I need that. And then you got to have one of those. If you don't have, you better invest in one of those suitcase weights. Is necessary, guys. You need to have that. I want to show you what it looks like, but it's pretty cool. Like once you have everything packed and loaded, the handle, it hooks to the handle and you hold it up and it'll tell you how heavy it is, because if you get to the airport and it's overweight or larger than the dimensions that they give you.
Child, you know I ain't worried about that.
$150.
You know I ain't worried about that. You know I pack light.
Your liquids, make sure 311, those are important numbers. 311, 3 for the ounces, 1 for the bag that it goes in, and then 1, what's the other one for? 1 travel bag that's see-through, the 3 ounces, and then I think you can only have, damn, what is the other one for? I'm gonna find it. But 311, remember that. Remember that.
So 3 ounces, 1 travel bag.
I'm about to tell you what it means. Oh, crap. Why can I find it? Why is it called 311? Okay, here you go. So 3 ounces. Well, it's 3.4, but they just say 3 because it rounds down. All containers must be placed inside 1 clear bag, which I got. And then each passenger is only allowed 1 plastic bag. There you go. The rest of it has to go in your checked luggage. So you can bring oversized. If you're trying to bring your whole shampoo, you can put that in your checked luggage. But I'm going to tell you right here, right now, for somebody who know how to pack, don't put that big ass jar bottle in your bag without freaking putting the saran wrap around the top before you put the actual top. And put that thing in a plastic bag, because once it gets up in that air, that thing ain't gonna bust open. You're gonna be mad as mad when all your items, all your fresh gear, shoes, all of that about to be messed up. Miss B told you that. That's another freebie. I need to charge y'all, but you know what? I love y'all because y'all be supporting stuff. But this information is definitely gonna save you some time and headache and migraines. Okay. So, like I said, now you're doing it in reverse. You going back home to the US of A. And you tight because you about to leave these beautiful waters. Okay. So you already got, you know, your stuff. You done went to TSA. Now you got to get to the gate. It's time to board. Boom, boom, boom. All right, bet. You already know you being searched. So you just going to be like, okay, you got to move to the side. All right. So, you know, boom. Now you back on the plane. All right. You done excelled. Yeah. Now 30 minutes. We about to land. Here comes those papers. Okay. So for US of A, there are 2 things. Well, there's 3 ways to get back in. Long lines, no lines, some lines. Okay. No lines obviously means money. So global entry, that's $100 fee. Now, if you have some major credit, okay, some of your credit cards will waive that $100 fee for you to get the global, you know, entry. And what global entry is really just allowing you to skip the lines. You know, you have to go through this interview, you know, with the customs, whatever, I think they call it the Travelers Trusted Program or something like that. So you got to be interviewed. They ask you all these questions, you know, see if you're low risk and all that. I think I'm boring Keita because she over there yawning.
Not boring me.
No, but I'm just playing. But yeah, so you can do that. Or if you want some lines, which is pretty fast, I think I always had, all the times that I traveled out the country, I've had about 5 people ahead of me, and that's not a line to me. Whereas the other line is like the maze, like the TSA line. It looked like that if you ain't got pre-check. So pre-check and global entry, those are the 2 things that you got to pay for. So the one with some lines is called mobile passport control. That one is also through CBP, which is a Customs and Border Protection, right? So you just download the mobile passport app and you literally just put in the same information that you would put on that card that I told you about when you're descending. And what it does is after you put all that information, you answer in the same questions, it'll push out a QR code. Okay. So with that, it makes it digital. There's your upload right there, Keita. That's your electronic one. Okay.
Why they can't do that going?
Because not all countries have that. This is a US thing. Yeah. So you got to do the card.
Like the Olympics.
Child, you crazy. So coming back into your country, there's only 27 airports that are enrolled or allowing that, you know, mobile passport. So Atlanta does fall into it because I think y'all just got it not too long ago. So you can do mobile passport there. It would have been upsetting if you couldn't. You be in that line. But anyway, so you get the little QR code, and when you get there, let me tell you how fancy you feel when you walk past all the people in that other line who have to now go with the paper form, and you're waiting in line for them to manually, literally like enter your info. Okay. Right. So that same card is now digital with a QR code, but you still need your passport to show. You got to give them your passport. You got to scan this. Boom. It's just the information just pops up on the screen, right? So in doing that, you don't have the info on you no more. So it's not like you can read the card. They're going to ask you like random questions. And when I tell you these officers are scary as crap, they got, you know, weapons on them and all that stuff. And they're just like real straight face, like, yeah. And they're like, why you here? Why you leave? When'd you leave? When you come back? Why you was there? Who was you with? Da, 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 da. And you just like, if you don't know your stuff, you trip up. I don't know what's going to happen to you because I ain't never tripped up because I already know what I said because I wrote it already. Okay. That's it. I left Thursday. Came back that. You was pushing, I was pushing. That's it. Okay. So once you do that, if you say like, and when you go international, they have like duty-free stuff where you can buy like alcohol and cigarettes and all that type of stuff. So if you buy any of that, because everybody love to go to Jamaica to get that white Hennessy and a few other things, like their rum is crazy. So people like to go get that, but you have to declare that, you know, in that form it asks, where do you bring it back? You got to declare that stuff. So I think when you bring stuff back, that stuff has to be scanned. And I think that's called, after you go through the customs part, you got to go through the baggage control. And I think you have to push all that stuff through like a TSA thing to make sure everything's fine before you can kind of cross back over into the country. Because you're literally going through like major security stuff to get back in. So yeah. You're all right.
There's people on these bikes.
Girl. So I know this is a lot of information, but I try to make it fun and not boring, but it will help you for the rest of your life if you're a traveler, you want to be a traveler, you want to, you know, go different places and not just domestic. You know, it's nice to see stamps. You know, I know Jamaica has moved since my first time going there, they have moved to not stamping. They didn't stamp my passport this time because it was digital. But I was trying to tell, you know, people who have never been out the country and want to get their first stamp, like I think you need to just request it. I don't know if they'll honor it, but it doesn't hurt to ask because it's just lovely to see stamps. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I went to Cuba. Oh wow, I went to St. Martin. Oh, yeah, I was there. Okay.
Right. What's the point of having a passport book if you're not going to stamp my damn book?
And then Oh yeah, with the mobile passport thing, when you fill out all your information, you have to take a photo on that right then and there. No smiling or nothing, straight face, boom. Because once you do that, you get to the desk. They hand them the passport. You hand them, or you scan it, and then they're gonna take another picture of you. Mind you, just took a picture 10 minutes ago, or every time you got there. Like, you gotta take another picture. So there's like a lot of security layers to everything. But in a nutshell, that's how you get back in the country and how you leave, how you prepare.
Child, I'm stressed already.
Yeah. So class, I appreciate you joining Ms. B here on travel clearance. It was fun. Like, it was really fun, like, talking about this stuff. Because I remember when I had nobody, but I looked, and Google is my best friend. Okay.
Listen.
I
already know she's gonna be like, "Oh, did you do your stuff yet?" Oh, girl, thanks for reminding me.
Watch me not do it. You gonna be, because you gotta do your homework.
Like, girl, thanks for reminding me, girl.
I'm like, Keita know I'm like, see, this Keita thinks she's slick. She know what type of person I am, so she knows she can lean on me because I ain't never gonna forget. That's one thing I don't do is forget. I'm on time to everything. When I say on time, I'm 30 minutes early. The minute I'm late, people like scared because it's not like me to be late to anything. So now they running around trying to find me because something's wrong with her. What happened to Miss B? Something going. She don't miss something.
I'm gonna put it in my. I'm gonna put it on my little Google Calendar and say, fill out the app, go take the test, child.
Yeah, and you want to schedule your COVID test like almost 2 weeks in advance. Because those appointments go fast. Seriously. Like, when I knew I needed to do it on this date, 3 days before, I know it's, in this case, August 9th, I knew I had to do it on August 9th. So I set mine up in July for August 9th. So get it done. This way, you have peace of mind. It's already set. You just got to show up. And make sure you're 10 minutes early to your appointment. Don't show up at the time because it's always a line. And you mess around, miss your appointment because of that line. So, yeah, drive up, swap by yourself. They don't do it, you do it. In Jamaica, they do it for you. And when they did it, I was nervous. I was like, y'all ain't even go up my nose. I said, this is going to come back inconclusive. Y'all going to mess me up. I thought about that for like the whole day. Then I got the test back and said negative. I was like, okay. But still, I was nervous. Because I'm like, she didn't even get back in I ain't feel it in my eye. Sure. She ain't do it right. So, yeah. That's travel clearance, guys. Again, check your credit cards because not all credit cards have it. But when you get up to like those premier cards, those travel cards, I have a couple of those. So they come with benefits, which is why people always say credit cards are great if you know how to use them. So let them give you benefits. Just pay them on time. That's all. They got perks, y'all. They got perks. And, last thing, this one's big. A lot of those countries ain't accepting cash. So you better bring your credit card. Don't use no debit card. Use your credit card.
With your little nasty ass COVID.
Use your credit card in other countries because fraud, all that stuff is covered under the credit card. Period. Don't use your debit card. No. Use your credit card. Okay? Not the bank card, guys, with the Visa on it. No, the actual credit card. Okay? The one that say credit card on it. That one. Because people think a debit card is a credit card because it got a Visa logo or a MasterCard. That's not a credit card. It's still attached to your bank account. And it deducts from your account. A credit card don't deduct money from your account. Okay? It adds money to your bill. That's what it do. And you're responsible to transfer from your bank account to that credit card. Okay? Yes. So that's all the info I got for y'all. Keita, you got some questions for me?
Nope, I'm stressed out. I got to get to the airport 4 hours early. I got to have all this paperwork, stand in this long ass line just to go get in the beach with Winston.
Girl, they fine over there too. I mean, it sucked because the masks. Like, you had to mask up everywhere there. Like, on the resort, you got to wear it everywhere. I mean, the pool, obviously you're gonna swim, but there were people still. I was in the pool with mine on. I just was. It's just, if you know me, you know. And yeah, it was such a good time though. When they saw you without a mask, ma'am, you gotta put your mask on, or you can't go into the restaurant. If you don't notice, like most resorts don't allow you to go into certain restaurants with bathing suits on. Like you have to be covered up. They will turn you away. So before you can go in a restaurant, they're taking your temperature. They're giving you hand sanitizer. Like you just can't walk in there all willy-nilly. So there's a lot of rules. It's very clean. I tell you, it's very clean over there. So they're doing a really, really good job. It wasn't no Florida, I tell you that. Chat. Because as soon as you get to the airport, they're like, man, hand sanitizer. No, hey, you back. Hand sanitizer. They will not let you through. So
like I got my own.
They doing it for you. They even got some other bottle with stuff in it. When you get to the TSA line, they spraying you again. I'm like, dang, but I ain't mad at it. That's fine. That's fine. But after they gave me that, I did my own too. Shoot. So y'all go ahead and have a nice travel, okay? And let Miss B know how you did, okay? Class dismissed. You have just finished watching the 415 Podcast Travel Clearance episode 158, okay? Drop your comments below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, okay? Thanks. And we'll sure to get back to you as soon as we can. I know this one was kind of long, but it was worth it. It's necessary. We haven't done one of these in a while. And yeah, Keita, appreciate you hanging out with us, sis. Watch you talk a mile a minute.
This shit.
So what are the 4 letters again? What it stand for?
Search, and search.
Secondary security.
If I see it on my damn ticket, if I get it, I'm like, oh man, y'all about to search me though. They're gonna be like
secondary security screening selection. And Keita's term, search. Okay. So if you didn't learn anything today, know this. Red. If it ain't green, you already know. You got to go. That's it. But Keita, you got anything to tell the folks?
No.
You want to close us out?
Listen, y'all gotta understand something, right? My mind is gone. Like I've literally just logged off of work and
had to go to school.
Started recording. So my brain is like, girl.
But it worked out for you because you didn't have to do too much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but still. And I'm hungry.
See, you good. I was past 8.
Hungry.
Go ahead and go on. Close us on out.
How do I do that again?
YouTube it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys. You know, we on YouTube. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel. If you want to hit us up on our social media, go to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the 415 Pod. And if you're on YouTube, you hit that notification bell so you get all the notifications when we're uploading our video, which will come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a little time to turn around. Because why? Sis was having big fun out in Jamaica, okay? So we couldn't record on Sunday. We recorded on Tuesday night. The episode come out at midnight. How we gonna do this way? We just gonna do it.
Upload as is.
Yeah, because ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong. Nope. Ain't nothing wrong. Okay. All right, y'all. It's been real. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, watching, all that good stuff. We love y'all.